You sleep 8 hours, follow a schedule, go to bed at the same time, do everything by the book, and you still wake up like a squeezed lemon. Heavy head, eyes opening by sheer force. Without coffee, you're barely human. Meanwhile, in Japan, people sleep 6 to 7 hours and wake up energized. Without an alarm, what's the secret? It's in how exactly they sleep. Today, we'll break down 7 Japanese sleep rules, specific things that are backed by science, and that you can test tonight. Stay until the end, because we'll discuss the most unusual rule. It's about how we relate to tiredness and why our attitude kills sleep quality. Rule 1, a screen-free evening is not a punishment. Let's face the truth. You're lying in bed, scrolling through your feed, one more video, one more post, just 5 more minutes, and suddenly it's 1 a.m. instead of 11. The problem isn't willpower. The problem is biology. Blue light from screens blocks melatonin, the hormone that activates sleep. Your brain gets the signal, it's bright, that means daytime, need to stay awake, and you wonder why you can't fall asleep after an hour on your phone. The Japanese turn off screens an hour before bed. No YouTube, no news, no texting. What do they do instead? Read paper books, listen to calm music, sit in silence, take a bath. Sounds boring. Try it for a week and see the difference. You'll start falling asleep in 10 minutes instead of 40. Your brain won't be buzzing with information. Sleep will be deeper. It's the simplest method of all, and the most effective. Rule 2, hot water works wonders. Before bed, the Japanese soak in a hot bath, 40 degrees Celsius, 20 minutes. You'd think, why warm up if you're about to sleep? Here's why. You step out of the hot bath into a cool room. Body temperature drops sharply, and the brain thinks, temperature dropped, time to sleep. It's a natural sleep trigger. You're not forcing yourself to fall asleep. You're activating a biological mechanism. A hot bath an hour and a half before bed works like a switch. The body prepares itself for sleep. Muscles relax. The nervous system calms down. You don't toss and turn for an hour in bed. You lie down and fall asleep. No bathtub. A hot shower works too. The key is the temperature contrast. Hot water, then a cool room, and your body understands. Time to sleep. Rule 3, 20 minutes during the day. Save the entire day, slept badly last night, panic sets in. The day is ruined. Going to have to suffer until evening. Drown yourself in coffee and somehow survive. The Japanese nap during the day, 20 minutes. No more. Why exactly 20? Because it's the ideal recovery time without consequences. In 20 minutes, you enter light sleep. Reboot the brain, but don't sink into a deep phase. If you sleep 30 or 40 minutes, you enter deep sleep. You wake up feeling wrecked, head like cast iron, even worse than before the nap. 20 minutes is the sweet spot, exactly as much as you need for a reboot. Set an alarm. Lie down. Close your eyes. Even if you don't fall asleep, your brain will rest. But most likely you will fall asleep, and you'll get up a different person. Not a caffeine-fueled zombie, a normal functioning human being. That's efficiency. 20 minutes of sleep instead of 6 hours at half capacity. If you're someone who thinks, I'll catch up on sleep this weekend, and survives until Friday on energy drinks, hit like. These rules won't just change your sleep, they'll change your life. Rule 4, cold is a friend of deep sleep. We touched on this a little earlier. You make your bedroom cozy, warm, 23 degrees, soft blanket, a nice atmosphere for sleep. Makes sense, right? No. It's destroying your sleep. Here's why. For deep sleep, body temperature needs to drop by a couple of degrees. In a warm room, the body can't cool down. It sweats, tosses and turns, wakes up 10 times a night. You don't remember it, but the sleep is shallow. The Japanese sleep at 15 to 17 degrees, sometimes even 13. This is the scientifically proven optimum. In a cold room, the body quickly cools to the right temperature. As a result, you fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, wake up easier. The first 3 nights will feel unusual. Wear socks, get a warmer blanket, but don't heat the air. After a week, you'll feel the difference, and you won't want to go back to a warm bedroom. Open the window at night, turn down the heating. It's an investment in sleep quality. Rule 5, softness is the enemy of your back. They sell us a dream. Sleep on clouds. Mattress-like down. Maximum comfort. Sounds beautiful. For the spine, a disaster. A soft mattress sags. The back curved. Muscles are tense all night trying to hold the spine in place. You wake up feeling wrecked. Lower back aches. You think, slept badly. In reality, bad mattress. The Japanese sleep on futons, thin mats almost on the floor. Hard, but the spine stays aligned all night. Muscles are relaxed. Sleep is deep because the body isn't spending energy compensating for the sag. You don't have to sleep on the floor tomorrow, but think about a firmer mattress or buy a firm topper for your soft one. Try it for 2 weeks. Yes, the first few days will feel unusual, but then you'll notice your back doesn't ache in the morning, your head is clearer. You have more energy. Softness feels nice for the first 5 minutes. Firmness delivers results for 8 hours. Rule 6. A pillow is not a bed decoration. You wake up with a stiff neck. You think, slept in an awkward position. In reality, wrong pillow. Fluffy, soft pillows are pretty, but they don't support the neck. The head sinks in. The neck is at an angle all night. Muscles are tense. In the morning, you get up feeling like you slept on rocks. In Japan, they use buckwheat hull pillows. Not soft, but they conform to the shape of the neck. You don't have to find buckwheat. The key is a pillow with support. Not too high, doesn't collapse under the weight of your head, holds its shape. Replace your pillow. It's cheaper than a massage every week, more effective than painkillers every morning. Sometimes the problem isn't how much you sleep. It's what your neck is sleeping on. Which of the rules we've covered so far will you try first? Write in the comments. Rule 7. Tiredness is not a sin. Now the most important one in our culture, tiredness is shameful. Tired? Weakling. You should be productive at all times. Sleep is for losers. If you nap during the day, you're lazy. If you say you're tired, you're a whiner. We're ashamed of our own need for rest. In Japan, the attitude is different. Tiredness is a sign that you've been working. Fell asleep at your desk? Good. It means you gave it your all. Sleeping on the subway? Normal. It was a hard day. This is called inamuri, socially approved sleeping in public places. When you stop fighting tiredness, stress drops. The body relaxes, sleep improves, because you're not waging war against your own body. You're listening to it. If you're tired, acknowledge it. Don't be ashamed. Your body is telling the truth. It needs rest. Give it rest. Weak people ignore tiredness until they collapse. Strong people acknowledge it and work with it. To get more content about how the body and brain actually work, subscribe to the channel. The Japanese don't sleep more than us. They sleep smarter. Start with one rule, tomorrow add a second. See what changes in a week. The problem isn't how much you sleep. The problem is how you sleep. 7 hours of proper sleep is better than 9 hours of improper sleep.